Hello, this is Kara from Kara Tarot with a general reading for Tuesday, November 25th, 2025. Today I'm using a reading again from Denise at Tarot of Dreams 80. I've already shuffled and cut the deck. We have body, mind, spirit, internal influences. Farther down today. Internal influences, external influences, bottom of the deck, and middle of the deck. And I'm working today with the Folkloric Forest. Body, the Knight of Earth. This card I always say is my crush boy, the Knight of Coins, the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Earth, solidly planted on the ground, holding his territory, aggressive when necessary. But the difference between this knight and the other knights is this knight does not rush in. This knight waits for that just to scope out things, study things, and then with pinpoint accuracy leaps forward for the best possible outcome. So your body is in a place of self-protection today. That's what I get from this more than the general meanings of the card. A place of holding your ground and self-protection, which is a strong place to be. Mind, the Eight of Water, the Eight of Cups. This, the imagery in this deck, of course, gives me different things than the usual meaning. The usual meaning for this is leaving things behind. But today, looking at this, I just feel this is more about seeing the options. Your mind is just kind of taking in the options. There's the option of staying here by the water and resting. There's the option of taking off down this path. There's the option of going up into the sunlight, away from the water, almost growing with the trees as they reach from down here in the soil and the water to the air. So your mind is just is refreshed and exploring options. And your spirit, the Magician. How lovely. The Magician is about having all of your tools and knowing how to use them. And I'd say your spirit today is understanding that you don't always have to be active. You can have your tools, know how to use them, but sometimes you can just be appreciative of having your tools. So it's a day, I'd say a day of gratitude. And notice how these three work together, this kind of physical self-protection, holding your ground, visually exploring, mentally exploring options, and spiritually just being aware of what you have. Both of these fitting very well into this Knight of Earth that is wanting to just maintain the territory and check out the lay of the land. And there's a peacefulness to these that's added to that defensiveness of this. So this is bringing peace over into here as he looks over at them. Excuse me. internal influences. Oh, how wonderful. Adding this to these is that doesn't get much better than that. The sun is brightness and hope, just the absolute joy of flying around in the warmth of the sunshine. And this sun also adds to this because this particular version also does seem to be just exploring the lay of the land, and in this particular case, looking to the past a bit. External influences. The Tower. Ugh, okay. The blasted tree. I'm sorry. This is the bad time of sinus year for me, so I'm sorry for the coughing and gagging. The blasted tree, the external influences. But things that were strong are broken or may be broken. An abrupt change in your growth patterns, because there is the potential for growth down here, but where you previously thought growth was going to be, nothing's happening there. Boy, I can identify with that. And at some point, you may have to cut away the dead portion, but right now you're dealing with just this change, this change of things. And that's the external influences. So it's a very good thing that you're internally looking to the past and the brightness of the past, and reviewing things. I've for some reason I've been doing that the past few days, and it hasn't all been sunny, but I'm doing it from this place of really just kind of non-judgmental assessment, and just kind of looking back and saying, well, okay, well, that an overview of, well, that's how it was. It's been a time of touching base with my siblings about some things that we experienced. And it's good. So that's the internal. And then the external is you're dealing with this rather finite external change. The bottom of the deck, now again, this is usually the opposite for me, but not always. The bottom of the deck is the Elder or the Hierophant. This is wisdom, and I'd say today I don't think this is reversed. I think this is just kind of more of this grounding. This is reiterating the grounding of wisdom. It goes with looking back, knowing the traditions of the past, knowing what's happened in the past, and being able to just kind of fold your hands and look back and review things without emotion, but review them from a place of both acquired wisdom and spiritual wisdom blended, which is a lovely place to be. And then the heart of the matter and the action for today, the world. So I came across this while shuffling, and I made a point of shuffling and trying to hide it because this is so visible because of its brightness. And so I'm very surprised that this came back up again. So clearly it wants to be the major card today. So at the heart of the matter is the world, this just understanding of the fruitfulness and joy. I mean, how much more joyous does this color get at the center of things in your life? And with all of these evaluations and knowledge, make sure you remember this core today, that is the core of the message and the core of your action for today. Yes, there may be little flies and moths that are coming to eat around the edges, but it's incorruptible, this brightness, and it is on a pedestal as it should be. This fruition, literally, of all that you've done in the past. And this is a marvelous day of, and maybe even a slightly longer period. Wow. Major, 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 major. So all of this reading today could stand for the week. It probably has been a couple days past. So, and here we are on the pedestal of just this place of fruition, understanding the past, appreciating your tools, being able to deal with change in a way that encompasses both wisdom and spirit. Just a lovely reading for today. And I'm adding an oracle card from the Mushroom Oracle, and this is the Earth Star, Emissary, Keeper, and Shapeshifter. Just put that there. The celestial visitors hold their spores deep in their stomachs like messages from beyond. What if you scattered your secrets like shooting stars? It's just an additional thought added to these, which are major. That in addition to this place of fruitfulness, it's time to start thinking about scattering your seeds of wisdom like shooting stars, judiciously, because the Knight of Earth would do it judiciously, and the Elder would do it judiciously, so that you're not casting your pearls before swine, to put it biblically, but you are casting your seeds where they can be fruitful. This is Kara from Kara Tarot. I hope this had meaning for you today. It certainly did for me. If not, appreciate the incredible beauty of the Folkloric Forest Tarot by Lennox Rees. Just an incredible, beautiful, and evocative deck, and I look forward to spending more time with it this week. And it's one of a group of decks that I've gotten that really bring peace to me and depth, and it's a joy to work with. Have a lovely day. Thank you.